Hello and good evening. The fact that you're watching News Sunday shows how seriously you take what's happening around you and in the country. So let's have an hour of engaging news conversation. Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar has reignited a dormant debate on convergence in the country. Speaking at an event in Kerala earlier in the day, he made some specific points. One, that conversions are happening in an inorganic, orchestrated and targeted manner. Two, that those targets are poor and the vulnerable, susceptible to inducements. And three, most concerningly, the conversions are aimed at a demographic change of India. Is there any kernel of truth in the conversion debate? Or is the Vice President fear-mongering with a clear Hindutva agenda? That's what we are going to discuss tonight. Also, violence broke out in the Jadavpur University campus in Kolkata yesterday that has had its spillover onto politics today. On the face of it, students clashed with the West Bengal Education Minister Bratya Basu over delay in holding student body elections. But is there a larger part tussle between the left and the Trinamool, both otherwise part of the Indie bloc, over who should control the university campuses in Bengal? So those are our two debates tonight. Debate number one. Is conversion a real threat to India's demography? And debate number two. Is Jadavpur University clash about Trinamool blocking students' politics in Bengal? Let's begin with the headlines.
लालच देकर, भोग देकर कन्वर्शन होता है, हमारे लिए चिंतन मंथन का विषय है.
Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar makes a strong statement against conversions in Kerala, says shouldn't use pain of other people as reason to convert them to another religion. Woman accuses Pastor Bajinder Singh of sexual assault. Christian evangelist was previously arrested for rape and murder.
सरकार से यही गुहार है कि मेरी बेटी को न्याय मिले और मतलब जल्दी से जल्दी मेरी बेटी को न्याय मिले.
Congresswoman worker's body found stuffed inside suitcase in Rohtak. Party demands impartial probe. Attention grips Jadavpur University after Education Minister Bratya Basu injured in a student protest. One student also in hospital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi offers prayers at Gujarat's Somnath Jyotirling temple. Prime Minister is in the state, his home state, for 2 days. All right, welcome back, friends. Two separate developments triggered a fresh storm over religious conversions in the country. Addressing an event in Kerala, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar came out strongly against the practice of religious conversions. Dhankhar said while the constitution gives one the freedom to profess the religion of their choice, conversions through inducements are a matter of serious concern. This, even as an evangelist pastor in Punjab was booked for alleged sexual assault and harassment, raising larger fears of crime in the cover of religion. Take a look at this report, then I come back on the other side with a panel of guests.
The conversion debate is back, and how? The holder of the second highest public office in the country has come out strongly against the plot to turn organic demography upside down through religious conversion. Not mincing words, Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar said the Constitution gives citizens the freedom to pick and practice the religion of their choice, but not to provoke conversions through inducements. Addressing a public event in Kerala, Vice President Dhankhar raised alarm over attempts to unleash a demographic invasion through conversions. The Vice President also urged citizens to be alert to attempts at controlling a demography by way of inorganic and disruptive interventions through conversions.
हर व्यक्ति का अधिकार है किस धर्म का पालन करे. हर व्यक्ति का अधिकार है मनमर्जी से धर्म अपनाए. और लालच देकर, भोग देकर, by allurement, बाय टेम्पटेशन कन्वर्शन होता है और उसका उद्देश्य होता है वी विल गेट सुप्रीमेसी बाय चेंजिंग डेमोग्राफी ऑफ द नेशन। इतिहास साक्षी है, दुनिया के कुछ देश उदाहरण हैं, आप मेरे से ज्यादा समझदार हैं, जानकार हैं, पता लगा सकते हैं।
While Dhankar warned against demographic invasion, a pastor in Punjab's Kapurthala, notorious for evangelism and mass conversions, was booked for alleged sexual harassment. The victim filed a complaint alleging that the pastor sent her lewd messages when she was a minor and even touched her inappropriately. Disclosing the abuse by the religious preacher, she said the pastor would have her sit alone in a cabin and make improper advances.
ਤੇ ਸਰ ਨਾਰਮਲ ਗੱਲ ਆ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਵੀ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੁਆਇਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਆ ਲੜਕੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਪ੍ਰੋਫੈਟ ਵਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਦੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਚ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੇ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸਰ 2021 ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਗਲਤ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਈਆਂ, ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕਹਿਣਾ ਕਿ ਆਪਣਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਸ਼ੇਅਰ ਕਰ ਦਿਓ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਇੱਕ ਉੱਥੇ ਦੇ ਪਾਸਟਰ ਮੀਨੂ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਮੇਰਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਦਿੱਤਾ, ਪਾਸਟਰ ਅਕਬਰ ਨੇ। ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਰਾਤ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆਣੇ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਕਿ ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਸੰਦ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, ਮੈਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦਾ ਆ, ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵਿਆਹ ਕਰਾਓ। ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਲਤ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਕਰਨੇ ਸਟਾਰਟ ਹੋ ਗਏ ਸਰ। ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੇਰੀ ਏਜ ਸਿਰਫ 16-17 ਸਾਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੀ।
As the Vice President makes a compelling case against religious conversion and the crimes that often go undetected in the garb of faith, is the country taking note.
All right, joining me for this debate tonight, Raman Malik, political analyst, leans towards the right. He's joining us live from Gurgaon, but keeps a close tabs of developments in Haryana and Punjab. We also have Sangeet Ragi, author, educationist, leans towards the RSS. He's joining us live from Delhi. We also have Haji Rangrez, AIMIM spokesperson. He's joining us live from Delhi. Nikhil Jain, political analyst, leans towards the Congress party. And I want to begin with Vivek Srivastava, political analyst, leans towards the left. And Mr. Srivastava, are conversions really happening in the country or not? You think the Vice President is speaking out of his hat, or there is substance to the argument that A, conversions are happening, and B, that they are happening at a scale that should be concerning?
No, I mean, they may happen or they may not happen. Why is the Vice President concerned? If they are happening constitutionally, and it is very clear written in the clauses of my constitution that a citizen is free to practice whatever religion he wants to practice. I could practice Hinduism, Islam, Sikhism, Buddhism, whatever I want. I could make a new religion of my own and practice that too. So, I mean, why is he bothered? You see, the problem is that Hindu religion has been restrictive. We did not allow the Dalits to, enter the temples. We never allowed them to become the priests. We never tried to actually spread our own religion. We remained confined to one Indian subcontinent and one nation. And when the other people moved ahead and tried to share their spiritual technology with others, now you are jumping here and there. That is the problem. I do not know what is inducement. Will we call Mother Teresa inducement? I will not call it. हम रोटी दे नहीं सकते अपने देश के अपने हिंदू गरीबों को, दूसरा देगा तो बोलेंगे साहब कन्वर्जन हो रहा है. I mean, this is not done. And if something is forcefully is being done, well, yes, that needs to be resisted, definitely. I mean, it should be reported, action should be taken. Forcible conversion is wrong. However, conversion which is being done and, with the interest of the person, it should be allowed, I believe.
Okay. Vivek Srivastava, thank you so much for really triggering the debate and giving so many debate points. So, can I go to Sangeet Ragi straight? And Sangeet Ragi, the couple of points that come out of what Vivek Srivastava said is essentially that if the conversions are constitutional, there should be no problem. He's saying forced conversions are different, though of course the Vice President was raising concern about the forced and inducement-driven conversions. He's saying it's a constitutional right. The problem lies with Hinduism, and that perhaps might trigger you, Sangeet Ragi. That's why I'm coming to you.
Abhishek, if you read the Constituent Assembly debate, propagation was not the term introduced in the first draft of the Constituent Assembly. And Ambedkar was very much against it. It was Nehru's gift to this nation that this is happening despite independence of this country, number one. Number two, Vivekananda said every Hindu, every individual from the Hindu society going out of Hindu pale, P-A-L-E, is not only deduction of one Hindu, but addition of one more enemy to the Hindu society. Because Islam and Christianity are two religions in the world, which Vivekananda again quoted, for them other religions are enemy. Secondly, Gandhi was greatly against religious conversion. He was not ready to listen to the Christian missionaries at all. And had Gandhi been alive in this country, the Christian missionaries would have been thrown out of this country. They said that you barter, you are into business, आप धंधे में हैं, जिसे कहते हैं क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी जिस देश में धंधे में है। और आपको जानकर के बड़ी हैरानी होगी कि नागालैंड के अंदर जवाहरलाल नेहरू ने साधुओं को जाने से रोक दिया था। The entire Christian missionaries which converted the entire Northeast except for some part of Manipur. This is the gift of whatever the insurgencies are there or radicalization there. It is all because of the Baptist church working in the Northeast. They want separate homeland. This is now on the agenda of Mizoram Chief Minister who talked about. First of all, I want to make that religious conversion is a political design. It is a political mechanism to reduce Hindus into Islam and Christianity. Islam believes in the doctrine that wherever there is a Darul Harab, where there is no rule of Islam, that should be converted into the rule of Islam. How can you do it? You can do it only by, producing more and more children, which the Muslims do.
Okay.
And secondly, which you can do only through, converting the people.
Okay.
Islam is the largest religion in terms of converting the population all over the world. It is expanding in India like a cancer. And if
don't use those words. Don't use those words.
They will bring doom to themselves.
Okay, don't use those words, cancer, etc. Because, after all, we are talking about issues which have strong sentiments attached to them, Sangeet Ragi. But since you mentioned about Pandit Nehru not allowing sadhus in Nagaland, I have an interesting statistic. Vivek Srivastava, listen to this. Christians in the Northeast, excluding Assam and Tripura, so that's like Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh. In the 1951 census, the population was 31%. It went to 34% in 61, 40% in 71, 46% in 81. It stands at 63% in the last census of 2011. I have come prepared.
Right.
So, quick rebuttal from you, Vivek Srivastava. This does not seem like organic.
I'll just tell you. See, it is very wrong to single out Islam and Christianity. Entire China, Japan, Korea, Thailand, and I can name so many nations. They left their own cultures, their own gods, goddesses, statues, and temples, and they follow Buddhism today, right? So if you are able to explain your spirituality, your technologies, your techniques of meditation, people accept it. When you become self-centered, you don't allow people, you don't welcome them. आप बोलते हैं साहब ये तो मलिच्छ हैं, ये क्या करेंगे आकर के हमारे धर्म में, इनको दूर रखो. You don't let them enter temples. वो आपके साथ बैठ के खाना नहीं खा सकते. आप कर देते हैं ना कन्वर्ट. आप क्यों नहीं गए? आप जाते हैं अफगानिस्तान, आप जाते हैं अमेरिका, आप जाते हैं चाइना, आप बनाते हैं हिंदू. क्यों नहीं बनाया आपने?
अरे Sangeet Ragi,
there was a caste system over there.
Sangeet Ragi,
caste system when the
we have Haji Rangrez, Rama.
Engulfed the entire Europe. It was the Crusades.
Raman Malik, I'm coming to you just in a bit.
It was barbaric design of Islam and Christianity. I'm even repeating the word. Barbaric design and activism of Christianity and Islam in Europe and in Asia.
Why are you restricted to one Indian subcontinent?
Of Asia
and only Brahmanical supremacy?
Christianization of
only
Europe.
Brahmanical supremacy in this country.
I mean, I don't understand. Are you... Okay, hold on. Sangeet Ragi, let's have a structured conversation. Vivek Srivastava, I don't understand. Are you speaking in favor of Christianity, or are you sort of just because out of your practiced politics dissing Hinduism? Because I believe it's one religion which really course corrects, and it has done so over millennia. And you are not perhaps factually right in saying that Hinduism has not evolved. It has, and that is the reason why it has survived. But maybe there is a concerted attempt being made at changing the demography, the fact of which I gave you in numbers in the case of Northeast. I am more prepared. I can give you data and statistics from other parts of the country also, and it is indeed a worrying picture. But Raman Malik, we we put that Punjab element in the story that we showed because one pastor has been booked today after a charge was made against him by a victim. And while the case is not, the FIR is not connected with conversions, but the pastor is notorious for carrying out conversions in Punjab. It's a serious problem there. So that's why we have you here, Raman Malik. You think Vivek Srivastava is sort of, because remember, it's in the case of Punjab, it's not even about Hinduism. The conversions are happening from Sikhism. So is he saying, Vivek Srivastava, that Sikhism is not egalitarian? Raman Malik?
One, I find it very laughable that a person with minimalistic intellect is on your show.
No personal comments. No personal comments.
No. It's a proven fact on your television. Every time he comes up, he ogles out
Counter him on intellect. Counter him on facts. Counter him on arguments.
Okay, Abhishek, I have some quick points. I have some 7-9 quick points which I want to go one by one.
Please do.
Number one, this country today has got about 66 crore plus certified communals as per what Mr. Vivek Srivastava's mindset is. Because we had 66 crore people taking dip in the holy तो वो तो 66 करोड़ communal हो गए ना इनके हिसाब से. दूसरी चीज, Mr. Nehru, none less than Mr. Nehru had said, and there's archives in the new DD, Mr. Srivastava, if he has some intellect, can go over there, research about it. He categorically said that proselytization, the word proselytization means forceful conversion. Proselytization is a tool used by the Abrahamic religion, primarily Muslims and Christian. That word, Mr. Nehru's word, not my word. So he can go and find it out. You know, अब इन्होंने बोला कि ये क्राइस्ट वगैरह के बारे में कुछ क्रिश्चियनिटी के बारे में बोल रहे थे. But you forgot that Christianity, the old religions of the Vikings and other, they called it pagans. And they did not respect it. So I do not know why you have so much of respect for them. Conversion. If you're doing conversion, and if you're not happy with the religion that you were born in, you must have some understanding and some knowledge of that religion and its texts where you have a problem with. I do not find this a good example that just by an affidavit you can change your religion in which you were born in, because you should give, and you must have studied that religion well to understand what is wrong in it. But you do not. At the same time, you convert your religion, but you don't change your name. So an Ashok how can Ashok be a Christian? How can Ashok be a Christian? Or for that matter, how was YSR Reddy a practicing Christian? And the feud between YSR Reddy and Sonia Gandhi was well known, and what money transfer and what happened, they were all just saying. You must also, Abhishek, and for the knowledge of your people, the viewers seeing, they must study the judgment given by Justice A.H. Ahmadi late in 90s, and after which his son got an ample land in Palampur and Dharamsala belt of tea estate. Tea estates were not transferable that time, but the Congress government did transfer that. Another thing, Project Joshua. Please search, all viewers, please search Project Joshua 10/40, and you will come to know that every person and every community in every city is enmarked. इसमें कौन सा ब्राह्मण कितना है, कौन सा क्षत्रिय कितना है, कौन सा जाट कितना है, कौन सा मुस्लिम कितना है, कौन सा सिख कितना है. Why is that detailing done? So that, plus you must not forget that this protection of these Abrahamic religion who used these tools, as narrated by Mr. Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, on record, on Doordarshan, had very categorically said that these are tools to change demography and politics of the country.
Just 10 seconds, Abhishek.
You know, Nehru has already come thrice in the debate. I want to go to Nikhil Jain. Sangeet Ragi, I will give you enough time, not 10 seconds. I will give you enough time. No. I have structured a question for you. You will get your time. I have to get in others also involved. Let me get in Nikhil Jain. Nikhil, you know, 3 times already Nehru has got mentioned in this debate. And there is a reason why this has happened. Because while I personally have no problem with propagation, the issue of proselytization, because Hinduism has this issue with proselytization. By its inherent nature, you're born a Hindu and there is no scope for proselytization. And that's why Hinduism has faced the onslaught of these proselytizing religions. And Nehru, by letting proselytization come into the constitution, created a situation where the Hindu followers of Hindu faith became forever possible targets of these aggressively proselytizing faiths. So obviously the concern that Jagdeep Dhankhar is expressing is a real, practical fact on the ground.
It's a 75 years plus old problem.
Ramanji, can I now speak? I think you've had your enough share of time. So Abhishek, there are primarily two things that we're talking about. One, we're talking about conversions by inducement or by coercion. Two, we're talking about sexual assault by some sort of religious figures. Now, the thing is, the BJP would like to make the country believe that it is only the Christians and the Muslims who do both these activities, but that's not the case. Whichever religion you talk about, whether the book of the religion allows it or not, you will have radical figures who will try to convert people by coercion or by forced means. This has happened with when people mostly associated with the Vishwa Hindu Parishad and the Bajrang Dal.
Have you ever heard any Jain Muni doing this? कि आप forcibly convert हो जाओ? एक श्वेतांबर पीतांबर कोई Jain Muni आज तक force करता है कि आप Jain बनो.
I did not interrupt. Let me complete.
Let him complete. Raman Malik, please let him complete. Raman Malik, please let him complete.
Vishwa Hindu Parishad has time and again tried it. Swami Asimanand and the Hindu Jagran Manch have tried it. Subhash Chauhan and Bajrang Dal have tried it. Similarly, Christian evangelists have tried it. There have been people who have tried to convert Dalits into Sikhism. There have been people who have tried to convert Dalits into Hinduism. There have been people who have tried to convert Hindus or people, tribals or other people into Islam. These incidents span across religions. Similarly, when you talk about cases of sexual assault, are we all forgetting about Gurmeet Ram Rahim, who claimed to profess a form of Sikhism, or Asaram Bapu?
No.
This is not Hinduism, Sikhism. This is Christian.
They have been dealt with the court of law. Please understand. All these people, Asaram Bapu, Gurmeet Ram Rahim, they have been taken care by the court of law.
In fact,
अभी ये पूछता हूँ, अभी ये जो जैसे व्यक्ति हैं ये और आप
Raman Malik, don't bite the bait. Raman Malik, don't bite the bait. Nikhil is helping you. Nikhil is drawing you into a digression. Nikhil is. Hold on, Raman Malik. Stay on the debate. Nikhil has baited you. You have taken the bait. It's not about the criminal activities of godmen. You know, it is just incidental to the debate that there is a sexual harassment case against Pastor Bajinder Singh, but the fact is that he's a notorious evangelist. And remember, again, as I mentioned earlier, in the case of Punjab...
Why are we not talking about godmen from across religions? Abhishek, if we are having an issue-based debate, we should not be talking about...
No, I am only on conversions. Nikhil, you succeeded with Raman Malik, you will not succeed with me. Hold on. Sangeet Ragi, I am coming to you. Okay, Nikhil, you get one more opportunity, otherwise I'll go.
Project exception as rule and rule as exception. It was Gandhi who said that average Hindu is a coward and average...
No, but so Sangeet Ragi, why are you so defensive? If there is a Project Joshua, I mean, does it not indicate towards a certain inherent issue with Hinduism where someone designing Project Joshua can think in terms of these caste divides and can think in terms of playing around these caste divides to convert people?
I don't buy it because Islam and both Christianity have...
Raman Malik, hold on. I have asked a question to Sangeet Ragi. I have asked a straight question to Sangeet Ragi. Sangeet Ragi, if there is somebody or some people who devise Project Joshua, which means they know that there are certain problems in Hinduism they can play around with. So aren't you defensive on this issue? When you say that, oh, these things are happening, oh, Hindus are under attack, so are you not a resilient, strong religion?
No. That's why I say that they are they religious except they are into the trade of religion, they are into the business of religion. Are they accepting that they are buying religion, or rather than converting the religion just because there is a spiritual transformation? No, it is not. It is a complete political design. It is a notorious and dirty.
But that part of convergence is not supported by either Nikhil Jain or Vivek Srivastava. They are saying if there is a inducement, if there is any kind of mischief, then obviously they are not supporting it. They are saying just organic, natural convergence should be allowed. Of course, the point of debate I am having is that this is not organic. This is not organic, and that's where the disagreement lies.
Very perverted. That's why it's succeeding in Central Asia. The caste system in Europe was very perverted, or the society was very perverted in Europe. That is why Christianity used crusade to convert the entire Europe.
Vivek Srivastava, pull back. I'll come to you in a more structured manner. Sangeet Ragi, please pull back. I have to get one more panelist into the conversation, and that's Haji Rangres.
And for Vivek Srivastava, Marx said that both Islam and Christianity are artificial religions. Because that is why they are into conversion.
Okay, I'm coming to Marx in a bit, and we will have a straight contest between Sangeet Ragi and Vivek Srivastava. Hold your horses. Let me just get in Haji Rangres also. Rangres साहब, आप भी कभी कन्वर्ट हुए होंगे, आपके पूर्वज. मुझे बताइए, कन्वर्जन सही है, गलत है? आप क्योंकि कन्वर्ट हुए थे तो आप शायद कहेंगे सही है. तो अगर कन्वर्जन सही है तो क्या घर वापसी भी सही है? उसमें भी कन्वर्जन होता है? अगर कोई बाहर गया है, वापस आ जाए दूसरे रिलीजन में, क्या वो अलाउड होता है? होना चाहिए?
देखिए कपूर साहब, हमारे देश का जो संविधान और देश का जो कानून है वो ये इसकी इजाज़त देता है कि कोई भी धर्मांतरण कर सकता है, मगर ये जब घर वापसी के नाम पर, जब लव जिहाद के नाम पर, और ये जो प्रोपोगंडा फैलाया जाता है कि मुसलमान जो है हिंदू बना रहे हैं. मैं कह रहा हूँ भगवा लव ट्रैप के तहत हमारी कितनी ना जाने कितनी लड़कियों को वीएचपी और बजरंग दल के लोगों ने पैसे दे देकर और उनको लालच दे देकर और उनको हिंदू धर्म में उसको जो है हिंदू धर्म में कर दिया, कन्वर्ट करवा दिया. मगर अगर यही काम अगर कोई मुसलमान करता है तो उसके खिलाफ एफआईआर हो जाती है, वो जेल चले जाता है, यूएपीए लग जाती है. मगर जब ये हिंदू समुदाय के लोग इस तरीके का काम करते हैं,
नहीं
जो
मुझे ये बताइए,
धर्मांतरण
सही है या गलत, वो बताइए. अभी हिंदू मुस्लिम मत करिए, धर्मांतरण सही है या गलत?
देखिए बिल्कुल सही है. अगर हमारे देश का संविधान इसकी इजाज़त देता है तो हम उनके बिल्कुल सही बात है. धर्मांतरण अगर कोई अपनी इच्छा से, अपनी मर्जी से, उसको लगता है कि उसको वहाँ पर कंफर्ट नहीं है तो दूसरी जगह जाना चाहता है, धर्मांतरण करना चाहता है, तो बिल्कुल सही बात है, करना चाहिए और देश का संविधान कानून हमें इसका अधिकार देता. मगर जब कोई मुस्लिम हिंदू लड़की मुसलमान लड़के से शादी कर लेती है तो वो लव जिहाद हो जाता है. मगर जब कोई मुसलमान लड़की हिंदू भाई से अगर शादी कर लेती है तो वो घर वापसी हो जाता है, उनके खिलाफ मुकदमा हो जाता है. अगर मुसलमान होते
तो घर वापसी का तो कॉन्टेस्ट है ना रंगरेज साहब, घर वापसी का तो कॉन्टेस्ट है. जैसा मैंने कहा, कुछ पीढ़ियों पहले
धर्म परिवर्तन
भी कन्वर्ट हुए होंगे, तो वो ओरिजिनल धर्म से आप इधर आए, उधर से वापस जाएंगे तो उसको तो घर वापसी का है, उसको तो घर वापसी कहेंगे ना.
तो सर फिर हम भी घर वापसी कह देंगे. जो हिंदू हमारे मुसलमान धर्म अपनाना चाहते हैं तो फिर हम भी उनको भी
नहीं. वो घर वापसी कैसे हुआ? वो घर वापसी कैसे हुआ?
समाधान नहीं है. अगर कोई अपनी इच्छा से, देखिए सुनिए कपूर साहब, अगर मैं अपनी इच्छा से कहीं जा रहा हूँ किसी धर्म को
कुदरत का बनाया हुआ,
तो ये मेरा खुद का अधिकार है और कोई मेरे पे जबरदस्ती करे.
नहीं, आपका अधिकार है, बिल्कुल है. रमन मालिक होल्डर, हाजी साहब आपका अधिकार है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल हक है, बिल्कुल.
मैन्युफैक्चर मुसलमान हो जाते हैं, पैदा आदमी भी औरत भी दोनों सनातनी होता है.
नहीं रुकिए, रमन मालिक, he has made a point which is that it's a constitutional right, and within the framework of constitution, if something is happening, if a conversion activity is happening, it should be allowed. That's the point Vivek Srivastava had also made, and it's absolutely legit. But you see, the point that Vice President is making today is different. No, listen. Okay, Raman Malik, don't interrupt me. I'm setting the debate, for the next 8 minutes. What the Vice President has said, the problem is the inorganic growth of certain religions in a manner that it is leading to demographic change. And I have examples. I gave the examples of Northeast. Listen, I want Vivek Srivastava into this now. Listen. Raman Malik, stay.
Abhishek.
Vivek Srivastava, let me give the numbers and then you speak. Look at this.
Okay.
Look at this. Some days back, BJP MP Nishikant Dubey, he was talking about creating a union territory out of some districts in Bihar, Bengal, which included, Katiyar, Kishanganj, Godda, in Jharkhand, Deoghar, Pakur. Now, if you look at it, The Hindu population in these 11-12 districts in these 3 states taken together was about 80% in 1881 first census, which stood at about 65% now. The Muslim population has become 35%. You know, similarly, if you look at Indic faiths across India as it stands today, in the 1941 census it was 84%. In 1951 census it went to 88% because of the transfer of populations because of 1947. And in the last census it was again back to 83%. So the Hindu population effectively has come down by about 6%. So this is, and I can go region-wise and give you an idea of the manner in which, for example, Muslim population in Purnia, one district alone, 1951, 32%, last census 46%, 32% to 46% is not organic growth because the other population in that same period has increased by 8%.
I'll give you 2 points now. This country in 1947, when we became an independent country, it was primarily a Hindu majority. 90% of us were Hindus over here. So are you trying to tell me that 90% of the Hindus are scared of the 10% minorities? और वो लोग हमें convert कर रहे हैं और हम उनसे डर रहे हैं और हमारे वाइस प्रेसिडेंट कह रहे हैं अरे बाबा forceful conversion हो रहा है. I mean, this is not done.
But I gave you the numbers, Vivek Srivastava. You are again beating around the bush. The numbers prove the fact that this is an inorganic demographic change, even if in some pockets, not the entire country. But those pockets, that change is inorganic.
There is a fault in the way in which the Hindus have been. Brahminical supremacy is there. You don't welcome people.
Butchered about 7 crore Hindus. They butchered about 7 crore Hindus. If some population gets butchered.
One by one. Raman Malik, I want to hear you. Raman Malik, hold on. I want to hear you, but let Vivek Srivastava complete.
In the partition also.
I'll come to you, Raman Malik. Sangeet Ragi has gone. You will get to answer, but let's just Vivek Srivastava complete. Vivek Srivastava. You have to let him listen to him, then you make the point.
Two religions which originated from the Indian subcontinent, Buddhism and Hinduism. What is the difference and why did Ambedkar convert? Number 1, Ambedkar said Dalits do not have a place in Hinduism. Number 2, Buddhism was liberal.
You are repeating your point.
Class structure or caste structure expanded. Why don't the Hindus go to Africa and say become Hindus?
Okay, Vivek Srivastava, I have a counter to this. You are second time in the debate. You are raising the issue of caste, the divisions.
In which the Christians, the Muslims and the Dalits are not equal to Brahmins and are not welcome.
Okay, now, Vivek Srivastava, listen. Don't push this Marxist communist narrative on this issue.
Because he has an agenda. Let me.
Raman Malik, hold on. See, the point is, Vivek Srivastava, you are again and again harping on the divisions along the caste lines, which you say are to the detriment of Hinduism and make other religions, other egalitarian religions attractive. But you are missing the point. The reason why we have brought in this Punjab element, and that's why we have Raman Malik here, is that Sikhism is the most egalitarian religion. It has no caste.
शुक्र करिए बहुत से लोगों ने इस्लाम को अपनाया क्योंकि हमने दलितों को दबा रखा था.
आप क्यों नहीं बने?
शुक्र करें, what are you saying? शुक्र करें कि इस्लाम को अपनाया. I mean, Vivek Srivastava.
Islam gave the Dalits equality.
Vivek Srivastava, are you going to call yourself Vivek Khan soon?
What you are doing is you are wanting it to be finished. The agenda of these people is जो हमारी सिक्खी है वो एक छोटा सा है. ये पंजाबी खत्रियों की देन है विश्व को कि आपने सिक्खी बनाई. गुरु नानक देव से लेकर गुरु गोविंद सिंह तक सब पंजाबी खतरी पैदा हुए थे और उन्होंने ये सिक्खी की दात दी है. अब आप ये चाहते हैं कि ये जो क्रिश्चियन मिशनरी हैं ये सिक्खी के ऊपर अटैक करते जाएं, उनको वहां से कन्वर्ट करते जाएं, ये करते जाएं, वो करते हैं. आप क्यों ये बताना चाहते हो कि सिक्खी के अंदर जो गुरु साहब ने शिक्षा दी एसजीपीसी उसको मान नहीं रहा. आप ये बोल रहे हो कि वहां के जो लोग केसधारी हैं जिन्होंने अपने केस रखे हैं, नितनेम करते हैं, उनकी इबादत करते हैं, गुरुद्वारे जाते हैं, वो उनमें पक्षपात कर रहे हैं. किसी गुरुद्वारे के अंदर गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब जी महाराज जो हैं वो कहीं ये नहीं बोलते कि अलग होना. वहां तो द्वितीय भाव ही नहीं है. विवेक श्रीवास्तव, मेरा और तेरा नहीं है वहां सिर्फ तेरा ही तेरा है.
There is no division absolutely in Sikhism, and yet these conversions are happening, and that really makes one wonder if these are induced. Remember, there is a very famous video of the same pastor where he's saying, hold on, Raman Malik, hold on.
धर्म पूछा तो
Hold
ये
on,
जो
Raman Malik.
आपका एजेंडा है ना गंदा,
Raman Malik.
इसको आप लेकर
No,
अपने
no
घर जाओ।
personal attacks. Raman Malik, on facts. You see, there is a very famous video of the same pastor. He's saying that, oh, hallelujah, now this family, because they have converted, will get a visa to Canada. Is it not an inducement, Nikhil Jain? Is it not an inducement? And attack? And my question is, no, Vivek Srivastava.
That is precisely what I'm saying. Prosecute that pastor, prosecute every imam, prosecute every pandit, prosecute every pairvi, any padri, anybody who's trying to convert people by some sort of coercion, by some sort of forced means, or telling them that they'll get a visa to Canada or Saudi Arabia or Europe or whatever. Go ahead and prosecute them, but let's not target a single religion, because this is happening across religions. There are radical
Who's
people
targeting
in
any religion?
and
You know,
that is happening.
I did not even once, Nikhil Jain, I did not even once targeted any religion. We are discussing
Why
conversion.
are we then only
I
talking
brought in
about
Ghar Wapsi
Christianity
also.
and Islam? Why are-
I brought in Ghar Wapsi also. I asked the question of Haji Rangrez whether he is okay with Ghar Wapsi. I mean, he has problem with Ghar Wapsi, but not the other conversion. So that's the point. We have to have an honest debate. The honesty is missing. Nikhil Jain.
No, Abhishek, that's the problem. That you don't seem to have a problem with somebody converting into Hinduism, but you have a problem with anybody.
No, I have no problem. I have problem with inorganic. I have problem with. I have no problem. But I'm saying the debate that Vice President has started is about whether in this country inorganic conversions are happening, inducement-driven conversions are happening, and they are leading to demographic change. Nikhil, you did not answer a single question when I gave you facts about demographic change happening on the ground in these pockets, from Santal Parganas to Purnia to Murshidabad to northeast to pockets of Kerala in Uttar Pradesh. I mean, these are real. These are real.
I can tell you.
These are real issues which you are dodging. That's the issue.
No. I can tell you examples of districts where the percentage of Hindus has increased. Ranchi is one example. Ludhiana is one example. Goghat in West Bengal is one example. And again, this thing is not as simple as the BJP tries to make it out. The simple fact is that the percentage of any particular religion generally increases because the reproduction rate in that particular community is higher.
Oh, you are getting into another dangerous territory, Nikhil Jain. Remember, we have discussed this earlier many times. And the moment you go into the fertility rates debate connected with population growth, that's a very different argument altogether. Don't digress. You have been all through digressing, Nikhil Jain. I will not let you do it. I have unfortunately run out of time. The fact of the matter is, the conversions, there is an element of inorganic manner in which these conversions are pushed, not all of them, but a good number of them, and that's actually leading to demographic change. That's something which we'll continue to debate as and when occasions arise. Vice President has provided us one today. Thank you so much all for joining us. But we are moving on to the second one. An uneasy calm prevailed at Kolkata's Jadavpur University through the day after State Education Minister Bratya Basu was not allegedly, in fact, he was heckled and attacked by protesting students. 2 students also got injured in the melee. But then this is a larger debate panning out. Is it between the left and the Trinamool? Tug of war happening for capture of power on campuses in Bengal. Let's look at the facts.
Tension was palpable at Kolkata's Jadavpur University a day after Bengal Education Minister Bratya Basu was allegedly attacked on campus. It was alleged that the left-backed student protesters surrounded and attacked the minister's car, leaving him injured. Dramatic visuals from the campus on Saturday showed the protesters raising slogans and purportedly heckling the minister while banging their fists on the bonnet and roof of his car. According to reports, the protesting members of the CPI Students' Wing, SFI, blocked the minister's car, demanding immediate elections to the Varsity's Students' Council. Visuals also showed the protesting students deflating the tires of the minister's vehicle to stop it from exiting the campus. The minister reportedly sustained injuries in the incident and had to be admitted to the state-run SSKM hospital. Ruling Trinamool Congress MP Shayani Ghosh led a march condemning the incident on Saturday.
आज जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी में एक शिक्षक का कॉन्क्लेव था और वहाँ पे हमारे जो राज्य के शिक्षा मंत्री हैं उनके साथ जादवपुर यूनिवर्सिटी SFI के स्टूडेंट ने बहुत बुरा बर्ताव किया, गाली गलौज की, उनको प्रहार किया उन पे। हम लोग यहाँ पे वी आर हियर टू कंडेम दिस एंड वी वांट टू से दैट डेमोक्रेसी शुड प्रिवेल। और ये ममता बनर्जी उनका शासनकाल है, हम लोग बहुत सेंसिटिविटी और सेंसिबिलिटी के साथ हैंडल करते हैं, बट दे शुडंट टेक आवर सेंसिटिविटी और सेंसिबिलिटी टू बी आवर वीकनेस।
Meanwhile, on Sunday, 5 FIRs were registered in connection with the incident on campus. The Vice Chancellor of the university also condemned the incident while flagging glaring security lapses on campus. Amid an uneasy calm, an elaborate security deployment has been made at the varsity to prevent fresh tensions.
All right, the debate is set, and the debate is that is it just about student union elections, or is there a larger agenda there where the Trinamool is struggling to capture campuses through its student wing, holding up on these elections in the universities, and that has led to impatience building up. And in the case of Jadavpur University, like it happened yesterday, even spilled over into a case of violence where a minister was targeted. Unseemly pictures on both the sides. Students shouldn't be attacking ministers, and of course, ministers shouldn't be running away in a manner that students get injured under their cars. It could have been a serious situation. I am going to be joined in by. In fact, I have both the guests with me. Fuad Halim, CPM leader, represents the left tonight. It's a short, quick 12 minutes of conversation. Thank you so much, Fuad Halim, for joining us. And I want to begin with Tausif Khan. Advocate Tausif Khan is a pro-TMC voice. And Tausif, could the minister have handled it better? I'll come to the larger debate in a bit, but the pictures were not good. The minister, of course, surrounded by aggressive lot of students, but the manner in which the car really went over, almost mouthed down a student. He's struggling in a hospital. Bengal government the minister could have done better.
No, whether a minister could have done better or not, that's a separate question.
It's the question I'm starting with. You don't dodge it.
First of all, I take a strong objection by calling them students. They were not students. They were not behaving like students. This is not how a student behaves with their teachers inside the university campus. They were goons, probably under drugs influence. This has to be checked. They were not at all behaving like students. The minister, the meetings was interrupted. Yet the minister said that he will meet the representatives of the student union. And perhaps 4 of the SFI representatives met the ministers. But the other wing, which is the Revolutionary Student Front, they refused to meet the minister. 40 of them wanted to have a word with minister. How is that possible? One minister who has gone on a scheduled program on an invitation by the teacher's body, giving a speech, his speech was interrupted, yet he agreed to meet and have a word with the protesting students. But his demand was that he would meet with 4 of them. Was that unreasonable? Does that give a license for the group of hooligans, a bunch of hooligans, to attack the teachers who are there? These are the teachers of the university who teach the students there. They were attacked, and the car was damaged.
Okay.
The minister himself became the target. God forbid if something else, something more grievous had happened to the minister, who would have been responsible? They smashed the car window.
Okay, Tausif.
The pieces of
I don't know,
glass.
when you say those were not students, I don't know whether you want me to go and check their iCards, etc. They were on campus. And, there is a statement that has come from, Jadavpur University Teachers Association. But interesting bit is that the minister was attending a meeting by another teachers body, which is called West Bengal College and University Professors Association, which means obviously there is a divide. JUTA, which is the Teachers Association, is essentially still with the left, and the minister was not engaging with them. He was engaging with a union which perhaps the Trinamool has set up with people who are more amenable to the idea of Trinamool being in power. So obviously there is power play there. But I'll come to that in a bit. Fuad Halim, you know, this issue of violence as trademark of left, I mean, how do you answer that? Mr. Fuad Halim, are you getting me? Some video. Well, now it's better. Now I'm getting your video. Please.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please. Okay, Mr. Fuad Halim, now I'm getting your video proper and our audio also.
I don't have any audio from your end.
It's fine now. It's absolutely fine now, Mr. Halim. If you can. I am getting you. My question. The question is that, according to Tausif, the issue is violence carried out by left-leaning student wing. In fact, he claims that these were goons, these were not even students. Can we try to fix the audio there? Mr. Fuad Halim, are you getting? Okay, I think we lost the video also there. But okay, I'll continue with the questions that I have for you, Tausif. You know, the fact of the matter is that students have a legitimate demand that elections be held. Even the in the Calcutta High Court in 2023 said, please hold elections. And yet, it's been 4, 5, 6 years that elections, student body elections have not been held across Bengal, not just Jadavpur, but maybe Jadavpur even more. So, Tausif, there is an element of, I mean, there is a reason why the students are impatient.
No, you are right. There's a demand that elections be held. The governing body or the college management or the student body, which is now, run by people more amenable to Trinamool views, that the left want to take over. The left-leaning students want to take over. That is right. But there is also an answer to that. The government, the higher secondary department has informed that there is a demand to modify, particularly one demand that there should be a 55% seats reserved for women candidates. That is one of the reasons why the elections are not taking place, because the governing body rules have to be amended. Now, this is one of the stated reasons. Now, I agree that, elections should be held as soon as possible, and the students there have a right to have a word with the minister for that reason. But does this by any way give a license to the students to
Tausif, you know, the reason, Tausif, the reason of that impatience which spilled into violence is that it's been 6 years and you're not holding elections. For God's sake, if Calcutta High Court says that hold elections, and yet you take 3 years and still nothing has moved, obviously students, they are young, they are energetic, they are restless, they will get impatient. Fawad Halim is back. I'll come to you in a bit. Fawad Halim, before we lost you there, my question to you was, Tausif makes a charge that those are not students, these are goons, and that violence is a trademark of the left, and that's what we saw yesterday on the Jadavpur campus.
Well, Tausif, to a certain extent, is very, very clear. The people who had accompanied the minister on the campus were not students of Jadavpur University. So that part of his statement is absolutely correct, and we can verify that. There are a number of video clips available, and I hope that his investigation authorities will actually identify those people who are along with the minister, and by the minister to people who would not belong to the campus, who are not members of the Teachers Association, onto campus with himself is something that the minister needs to answer, or the needs to answer. The second part is that the minister's car drove over
particular boy, and that boy is a bona fide student of the Jadavpur University. The other students that have been injured because the car, what we call, moved ahead, despite them being in front of it, all of them are bona fide students of Jadavpur University. Now, the question that needs to be addressed very, very concretely is that you've got a number of members, elected members of the Trinamool Congress, who after this incident says that we are going to ensure that people from outside go into that lesson. Now, the question of ensuring that people from outside, people who are not students, not teachers of Jadavpur University, will enter Jadavpur University. The third thing that one has to keep in mind is that Jadavpur University is still one of the universities where the threat culture of the Trinamool Congress has not been able to penetrate, neither among the teachers nor among the students. And the Trinamool Congress is very, very keen to ensure that the BJP methods are used over here to enter on campus, getting people from outside, ensuring that the car is used to drive over people. We've seen the BJP minister's son do it for the Kisan movement that had taken place, and we've seen a replay of that by Bratya, Basu, a minister of the Trinamool Congress government. Now it's very clear here that the Trinamool Congress wants to occupy Jadavpur University by hook or by hook, and the Bharatiya Janata Party is waiting on the sidelines. They are also there to fish in muddy waters, but the students are resisting. The Students' Federation of India, they have made a deputation very clearly asking that all criminals in this imbroglio should be brought to book, including the minister himself. Number two is that elections should be reinstated as soon as possible, because in the absence of the elections, the Trinamool Congress wants to make hay of there. They want to ensure that unelected people, they occupy positions of power by virtue of favor by the state administration, and they can then ensure an environment which is conducive for them to influence the polls as and when they are conducted. Hence, our demand is very clear. The students have also voiced that and echoed it across all political colors of them, that the elections should be instituted as soon as possible, because the Trinamool wants to play the waiting game. They want to buy that time to some sort of a toehold of there. That is going to help the BJP also, which is also buying to get a toehold in Jadavpur University. But the students will resist it, the teachers of there will resist it, and we need to have a democratic environment on the campuses. And neither at the national level and the institution ruled by the Bharatiya Janata Party, nor at the state level, the institution.
Okay. Very bad connection there with Fuad. Okay, I've run out of time. 30 seconds, Tausif. You know, last August, Mamata Banerjee said that we will hold student body elections immediately after Durga Puja, and it's been about 7 months, 6 months since Durga Puja passed, 4 months at least. Can you, if you understand the Trinamool politics, do you see student elections happening anytime soon now? Can you promise that yes, they will happen?
No, the Higher Education Department had clarified that there are amendments yet to be carried out in the rules. There is a demand to create 55% reservation for women candidates. And please just give me 10 seconds. You see, anyone who calls himself a student and beats up the professor,
that's again, we go into the spiral of charge versus counter charge. Just promise elections would be held, that suffices. Just promise elections would be held, that suffices. Would be held.
I've already stated the reason why it is not being held, because there's an impending demand for the reservation of 55% women seats. If anyone has objection to that, they can approach the minister. Oh, by all means, you do your protest.
I don't know.
You hold a black flag and show the black flag to the minister, but you have no right to attack the minister's cars, and beat up the teachers of the university who teaches in that institution. That's not how.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. That promise that elections would be held should suffice. Of course, violence by any side, and the minister should have handled the injuries to the student Indranuj Roy a little better. Fawad, sorry, but I've run out of time. Your connection was bad. Otherwise, I would have you a little longer. Still, thanks, friends, for joining us in this hour of news conversation. Hope you liked it. And We come to an end of this short break. News and breaking is back on the other side. India has beaten the Kiwis by 44 runs. That's the breaking news. And of course, tomorrow 8 p.m. Super Prime Time Max with Arnab Goswami is back.